Hey, yo, what up, Bodega Podcast? You already know who it is. It's one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican studs on this planet, Ortiz, baby. And shout out to all the Bodega Podcast listeners. Ow!
This is Agatha Carter, and you're watching the Urban Wrestling Network.
Yo, this is the Lucha Thug, the one-man Lucha gang, El Rey Gordo himself, the King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and y'all rocking with the Urban Wrestling Network.
This is Shane Taylor, CEO of Shane Taylor Promotions, and you are listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
Hey, you guys, this is Christi Jaynes, and you're listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Dada, a.k.a. the Coquito Papi, a.k.a. Chef, a.k.a. Zamillion, a.k.a.s. I'm here with none other than my brother, Evil Once, with his mascot of mascots, Evil Orbit. What's really good, baby?
What's going on, everybody? It's your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin, Jorge, a.k.a. Evil Once. I'm here with my afternoon snack, Evil Orbit, and we're going to go over the NWA Powerrr, and that was a fast 45 minutes of action. So done, take it away. Woo!
So I'm excited because I actually enjoyed the show. A few things happened that actually made me enjoy this. This is our 10 pounds of podcast series because it's honoring the 10 pounds of gold once again. But I'm going to be real honest. It started off, you have, oh my God, Nick Aldis and Trevor Murdoch talking ish. And out of nowhere, Trevor Murdoch gets his ass whooped by Chris Adonis. And I'm like, all right, at this point, you have not seen Chris Adonis wear a Strictly Business outfit yet. But you've seen him with Thomas Latimer. I was going to call him Bram. You've seen him with Thomas Latimer. You've seen him with Nick Aldis. It's starting to feel like this faction is adding Chris Adonis into it. Right off rip, what was your take on this, and what do you think of Strictly Business dealing with Chris Adonis?
Man, now, I like how the show NWA Powerrr is back. It's a compact 15-minute show. Reminds me of the old NWA days from the 605 on TBS. The first person that they always have on the show is your heavyweight champion, which is, Nick Aldis now. He comes out, he does his spew. Came out with Trevor Murdoch talking nonsense. Chris Adonis comes out talking nonsense, does the thing, beats the crap out of Trevor Murdoch, which leads us to a match later on. It's basically Adonis is just basically the newest member of Strictly Business is just taken 1 week at a time. So yeah, you already see it happening. Camille is there, so is Bram. Now is Nick Aldis. Now you're gonna see Chris Adonis, who doesn't look anywhere as the Master Lock back in the days. Chris Masters used to look. He looks like a geeked out. Juiced out. He got his juiced out. He's juiced out. Chris Adonis now. So he still got 2 little pebbles sticking out, but that's about it. A bunch of different stretch marks here and there. You could tell that has taken tear and wear on his body. So from the days when the juice was going in. So it is what it is. But the show started fast.
It definitely started fast, which leads up to
right action.
Yeah, which I'm good. I'm all about people getting beat up and not a million hours of talking. You know what I mean? Like, I like wrestling for wrestling, not all the talking. And I don't want to chop the guy's name up, and I actually wrote it down as to my left. I'm going to chop it up. Sal, whatever his name is at the end, he tries to holler at Aaron Stevens and Kratos like, yo, I want a shot at the tag titles. Aaron Stevens is like, if you want it, you could get it. Kratos, I'm going to tell you now, I don't know a lot about Kratos, but that's a big freaking dude. And I don't obviously, I'm a smaller guy, so if I'm a wrestler, I'd probably not want to mess with Kratos. He looks like he just wants to punch you in the face for living. So what? Kratos, Aaron Stevens defending against Sal, blah, blah, blah.
and a tag team of a partner of his choice, mystery partner next week. So I pretty see Kratos turning on Stevens just because of what happened. Well, because of the little tension they had last week at the main event, and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that might be the way. They might hold on to the titles, but I see him turning on his partner and Sal, whatever, Berland, and whoever the mystery partner is. It can happen now, it can happen later.
You know what? That'll be interesting. And
another thing that's cringeworthy about that whole interview is that our homegirl there, Myra Diaz, aka Valentine, does not look comfortable being a
backstage kind of reporter.
That's not her thing. Definitely not her thing. I don't know. She doesn't seem comfortable, or just something that I don't like about her doing that job. But she doesn't seem right for that job. Or being a manager or something.
Absolutely, because we've seen her with Royce Isaacs and Bram, so we're kind of like, whatever. I mean, hopefully, if this is her role, hopefully she gets more accustomed to it, and she starts to kill it. She did seem a little off. That's what I'll take from that.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, she's Cuban.
Yes, she is. When I first started, and people don't take this the wrong way. When I first saw her, I thought she was a white girl with tattoos. And then I seen her.
I said, "Oh, they have a pretty ass white girl." And then I found she was a Cuban. I said, "Oh shit!" And her name is Myra Diaz. Like that. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I seen the name, did a little research, and I was like, "All right, she's a Cuban mommy." So
all right.
I was like, "Do your thing, Ma." So you know how we are with the Latinos and Latinas. We support them all, so we wish her obviously to take that next step and do her thing. The only thing I'm gonna say about Aaron Stevens, I like the new Aaron Stevens we got. I feel like we have Aaron Stevens. You know what I mean? Like, I dig what I see. I hope he stays like this and stays away from all these crazy gimmicks that he likes to do. Just be yourself, homeboy. You got me on your back. Now here goes one of our guys, Slice Boogie versus Jeremiah Plunkett. And the Slice Boogie from the Bodega comes out on top. So he is 2-0 in NWA.
Well, 3-0 now.
3? Oh, shit. That's right.
The pay-per-view and now the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
And it looks like he's going to be pushed there, on a regular basis. So I love to see where he's going to go. If he's going to go towards the tag team, the TV title, the NWA national title. I'm definitely digging what they're doing with him, and I can't wait to see what's the story down the line, man.
And it's wild because I don't know what NWA is going to do. I'm not going to assume I know. But I follow Homicide on Instagram. Homicide is always like putting NWA stuff on his Instagram. And if they don't bring in, which I hope they bring in King Fatboy Papa Wesco to line him back up with the Bodega and do whatever, Slice Boogie and Homicide would look perfect together. Like, if you did a tag team, they would just fit perfectly. Like, this is what it belongs to. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good match. I think Slice Boogie is getting more notoriety. We know him from Championship Wrestling of Hollywood. Now we're seeing him on NWA doing his damn thing. So much props to him. I like the Jeremiah Plunkett guy. I thought he had a really good match as well. But Slice Boogie won. That's who we repping right now. To go to, I wanted to skip this. But I think you like Matthew Mims, right?
Who?
Matthew Mims, the guy who fought Tyrus. I thought you liked that guy.
I hate this whole match.
All right. So
I don't know who Mims is, and Tyrus I don't like Tyrus. So whatever.
You know what? Then that goes from there. Then we have the Pope with Fred Roser. And it looks like we're going to have next Tuesday big NWA TV title match. And I don't know. I thought Pope would lose against Thomas Latimer. We got the draw. Pope seems to be hitting a level where I feel like he's a transitional champ, but then he has a great match. And I'm like, I love Pope. I've always been a Pope guy. But for some reason, I don't know. I just want to see him lose. So I hope he loses next week. I don't know why.
Well, I think he'll win that match and just hold it off for Bram to beat him in the future. So,
I mean, as long as the matches keep being great, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at with it.
yeah, and we know Fred from his days with the WWE with Titus O'Neil there. What that Worldwide or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Cash, something it was making that money. Yeah. Money.
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
It didn't work over there, but it's working. It seems like it's working over here. He's looked really good. He looks in great shape. So, I mean, if I can't do my thing over there and I have an opportunity over here, listen, NWA is an amazing platform. It's doing its thing. People are enjoying it, and he's being seen. More power to him. Cool part about this match, from what I've got, is Thunder Rosa, Alex Garcia versus
Gracia.
Oh, okay, you're right.
It's Gracia.
Versus Sky Blue.
Don't feel bad because I was going to say Garcia too, but it's Gracia.
No, I wrote it wrong. I wrote it wrong.
Yeah, it's the A and R is just opposite. It's Gracia instead of Garcia. Yeah.
Okay, and versus Sky Blue and Genocide.
Yes.
Now, from what I understand, all these girls train in the same place.
Yes.
With Thunder Rosa.
Yes. So basically, they're all from work with Thunder Rosa when she was doing her thing down in Texas, and now they also are, I guess, Mission Pro, where she still do some training down there. So all those girls are from there. So it was supposed to be like an exhibition match. And I love up for girls, especially Genocide, because we've seen her before AEW a couple of times. I love her size. I love Sky Blue because she's gorgeous. Only thing that pisses me off about Sky Blue is that she wears nothing blue. Your name is Sky Blue. Wear something in a sky blue outfit. You think you wear something sky blue, but no, it's great with lime green, which makes no sense to me. But anyways.
No, so listen, I'm gonna let you call this one because you know these girls better than me. Now something did happen at the end, and
it was a great match. Great match. Melina's out there doing commentary because she wants to get back in under Thunder Rosa's good grace. Towards the end of the match, here comes Camille. Before you know it, here comes Thunder Rosa. She gets speared out of her boots. Now I'm gonna say this: Camille has looked good the last 3 weeks. She's actually growing on me because she's actually looking good the last 3 weeks. Way better than she did last year before the pandemic hit. So she definitely looks like she's been training really hard inside the ring. Bram has taken it under her wing, since we know Bram is her fiance or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Has taken it under his wing and definitely teaching her the fundamentals. She looks good. So it looked good. And then I thought she was going to get in a fight there against Genocide there towards the end. Then the camera pulled away. I'm like, dude, come on. Don't leave now. And give me something. I want to see some punches in there.
What I'm going to say is I've seen Camille do the spear a few times. When she did it against Tim Storm, he sold the shit out of it, and it looked phenomenal. When she speared Thunder Rosa, it looked like she killed her. Like she just destroyed Thunder Rosa.
But you know something? I'm so damn sick of this damn move, though. It's like everybody's doing the damn spear now.
Yeah.
Every female that they're doing some kind of jumping is a spear. Every guy's match that they're doing some kind of jumping is a spear. Dude, everybody's doing the damn spear. Like, can you do a pump kick? Do a clothesline, then do a maneuver, but it's the damn spear. Like shit. And not for the damn spear.
It's kind of like when we were getting everybody, and it's sad to say it because I'm a huge Petey Williams fan, but everybody out of nowhere started doing the
Canadian Destroyer.
The Canadian Destroyer. But then the worst part was it became like a secondary move, not even a finisher, and people were kicking out of that. And you're like, yo, hold up. Like, this is one of the most epic moves that was ever done, and now you're just making it like a half finish.
Every tall wrestler is the choke slam.
Yep.
It's between the choke slam, Canadian Destroyer, and now the spear. Dude, like, look, give me something else. Give me, oh, wow, spear. Oh, he spear of her boots. Bobby Lashley, Edge, and every other wrestler now does the spear. So it goes from a finishing maneuver to a secondary maneuver, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Depending on which company you watch, you'll know if it's a finishing maneuver or a secondary maneuver.
Yep.
Enough. Dude, like, enough.
It's like there's no originality no more. It's like nobody wants to put the time in to figure out, let me do something different. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, listen, Camille is huge. I would not be mad if she would do a jackknife or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, just do something different where it's not what everybody's doing or the hot thing at the moment.
You know, and then you have Velvet Sky and I think Melina doing the commentating or whatever, both of them back and forth. And you got what? You know, Thunder Rosa brought her song "Girls." You could build. I mean, you don't have to have a big women's roster. You could have females from other wrestling companies come in to do the squash match against Camille, or have women's, you know, wrestling matches here and there against your normal talent. You know, we already have Alice Gracia, who has been now an AEW stand now. When she's there now every damn week, she's there, and then we know she's dating Scorpio Sky, so she's getting more now Mondays and Tuesday nights, so she's becoming a fixture there, you know. And then you bring the two new girls, Sky Blue and Genocide. And Sky Blue, you've never seen her outside of Texas or wherever they were wrestling, and she looked good. She took a beating. You saw her do most of the match where Genocide was coming in doing the power moves, and then she'll tag out. So you still see that Genocide needs work, but you didn't see that in this match because she was doing what she needed to do. Her power moves look good. Tag her, let the younger kid faster take the beating, and you know, and this match worked for me because Genocide, they built her like she's a beast. And I would love to see what happens if they have a match between Camille and Genocide next week or in a couple of weeks. That'd be kind of cool.
And I liked it because so far what we've seen in NWA is you have not seen a female the size of Camille.
Yeah, exactly. And Genocide stole the toe with her.
Yeah, like, and I was surprised because Camille, you know, obviously she does like the weightlifting and everything else. It's what she does. So when they actually went side to side, I was like, holy shit, this girl's bigger than I thought. Like, because the other three girls, Thunder Rosa's not big. The other Sky Blue, Alexa Gracia, you know, they're more of the typical, you know, knockout kind of girls. Yeah. Where she went toe to toe with her, and I was like, oh, whoa, like she's a bigger girl than I thought.
I would love to see a match next week or in the future, or even Genocide turn on Thunder Rosa and align herself with Camille. Now you have two big monsters there, boy. That'd be kind of cool seeing those two giants there, you know, being a team or even go at it. But, you know, Sky Blue, if you're listening to us, baby, where's some Baby Blue? Or where's some Sky Blue next match? Come on now.
Go just with a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not even one dash of blue anywhere. Sky Blue. You think you wear some Sky Blue? You think?
That's like if I was Chef Black and I wore nothing but white and orange.
You know what I'm saying? So, like Alice Gracia, she called herself the Pink Dream. She wears everything pink.
Yeah, she does.
It makes sense. Sky Blue. Hello. Come on, boo boo.
So listen. So we know that Chris Adonis put the beats on Trevor Murdoch, who I cannot stand as the champ. I don't get it. The guy looks like shit. I don't care if he hears this. I'm just going to be honest with you. It is what it is.
Well, he looks like Dick Murdoch, and you still look back in those days, just like that.
Yeah. And they have a match, and this was a one-sided ass whooping. I mean, like, I enjoyed the Master Lock being on as long as it was. I did not expect him to like the arm drop that third one. I'm going to be real honest with you. I expected to, try to Hulk out and maybe do a power bomb and he would finish him.
Well,
for him,
I thought the match went too long for me though.
Well, it's main event, so I figured it would be a little long. It definitely. But now we've said this twice already about the last two Trevor Murdoch matches. We felt they went way too long. I get it. It's for a title. You want to stretch it out a little bit. But at that point, you have two guys who, But listen, Master Lock gets applied. We have a new champion. We think it looks like Strictly Business is now holding two belts. They obviously have the 10 pounds of gold, and they have the NWA National.
Is the NWA Pepto-Bismol National Heavyweight title. Because that is still the ugliest belt in creation. And they had that same belt back in the late 70s, early 80s. And I'm like, it still looked ugly then. And it looks ugly now because it's a damn Pepto-Bismol colored belt strap. I mean, that thing is horrendous. My God, that belt is ugly as hell. But
it is the ugliest belt in the wrestling industry right now. It might be uglier, huh?
Actually, there's a tie now. Because and not to move away from the NWA, New Japan just released a new title between the Intercontinental and the Heavyweight title merged into one. And to my God, it looks like the old WWE Women's title that they used to hold.
The Diva one.
With the butterfly.
Yeah.
It looks just like that. That's where I'm like, that's a women's belt. Like, what the hell is going on? That thing is horrendous.
So we have a tie.
That she get fired.
So we have a tie for the ugliest belts in the game. But listen, your thoughts on Chris Adonis becoming the new NWA Pepto-Bismol national champion
title. I didn't see it. To be honest with you, I didn't see him win that belt. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't see Adonis even being in the NWA before the shows, before he came back. And I want to say this is his first title in a major company since WWE days.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I haven't seen him. When he was in Impact, he never held a title, right?
No.
Okay.
He didn't have it in GFW neither.
Okay. And not in maybe GFW?
No.
Okay. So that's his first belt since WWE days. So I was shocked, to be honest with you. Which maybe now, maybe he's in a contract with NWA, and let's put all the juice, jokes aside.
Yeah,
he is still a good wrestler.
Absolutely.
He's still a good wrestler. Let's put all the bullshit aside. He's still good wrestle, so he'll definitely be a good member for Strictly Business going forward, since he has that ugly ass belt.
You know what it is.
It could have been worse.
To be honest with you, and like we said, when we do these, it's actually to have a good time, talk this, make people laugh, because if we sit there and we're like, well, this is a great match and this is that, it's boring.
We're not kissing anybody's asses like
no.
I see other podcasts. Oh, we have you here. Yeah, we like you. You're talking shit about him last week, but now you interview him this week.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. No. But what I will say, and like you said, when I remember when Chris Adonis, I seen him come with GFW to Impact, I was like, oh, okay, Chris Adonis. And he looked good in the ring, and I seen him with better talent. Having him paired up with Trevor Murdoch slows him down. So people do not take this and go, I don't know, Chris Adonis didn't look that good. You got to understand, he was in a match with a slower, older guy who he had to match his speed with. When he goes forward and, who knows if we see the Slice Boogies or the Tyruses, whoever's next, you'll start seeing him pick it up and be more aggressive. You know what I mean? Chris Masters has always been kind of a high octane, I'm going to come at you full speed and just try to throw the beats on you. That's been his career. I enjoyed the fact that I think that Chris Adonis is actually going to take that title and put value to it. not because he's a WWE guy, but because I know he can still wrestle. And I appreciate his work. So I think he's going to be a very good champion going forward. Strictly business, in the next month or two, we might see them hold everything. Camille can actually take Serena Deeb when she gets healthy. And then if Bram beats Pope, they literally run the industry of NWA.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
they could go and take the tag team belt between Masters and Bram. Or even all this and Bram, or all this and Camille shit could even tag together.
Oh,
you know, you get a foursome in there. You know, and this is where the whole comparison goes to the old days, the old 1980 NWA days till now, is how they compact everything into that 1 hour, and you get a lot of action, and you get a lot of stuff done in that 1 little hour, which I love. Now it's a YouTube show, so there's no commercials. You go from interview to the ring, from the ring to an interview, you know, backstage interview, and it keeps going. And this is what I love about the NWA, because it keeps the fast pace going.
it feels like that old school wrestling that we loved.
Yes, and
So-
it keeps going.
I'm going to leave us out with this, but I want you to answer it because I don't know if I'm bugging out, right? But I
You
feel
always bugging out, man. You always bugging out.
I'm always bugging out. But I feel if Camille, let me just call her Camille, if she takes another step or two, do you think she could be the next China?
She physically looks like her now. She just got to get her wrestling up there, and you never know, man. I mean, she already has the looks, she has the talent. I mean, she's a bodybuilder already by trade, so she works on her body. You know, her body is a temple type of mentality. So going forward, all she needs is that more training and gets molded, and she's in the right frame because she has the right people. She has Bram. She has all this who are all championship material. You know, you get her going, get some matches under her belt. She could be the next China. You know, China 2021. I mean, even though there's only one China, there's always going to be only one. Rest in peace, China.
Absolutely.
But she could be that resident monster female there. The same thing I see with Genocide. She has her own look.
Yep.
You know, like a road warrior type of futuristic. I want to, get me a barbed wire and shit. We're gonna go out. Camille looks like that. You know, just if there's no more pauses in wrestling, and they build a women's division, she could be out there wrestling every week, and we'll find out if she has that next step when she wrestles Serena Deeb. Whenever she comes back, it is gonna be a good match, or you're gonna see, she's not ready for that.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna know when she wrestles Deeb for her title, if Camille is ready for that next step, and you're gonna go, being us and people who are into wrestling know, they just gave her the title. It was time, but she doesn't look like a champion.
Yeah.
Well, no, you'll know.
The reason why I asked, and it was literally because of the standoff. Remember when China had that black leather kind of outfit? And when I seen the green one, it kind of reminded me of it. And I was like, damn, she's a big girl. Yeah. She does power moves. I was like, I got to talk to Evil Once and see what he thinks, to see if there is a similarity. Because, sometimes I get in my head and I'm all over the place. And I'm like, I got to ask him because he knows the game more than me.
Dude,
but
the sky's the limit. And I bring this up. Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is a perfect example of somebody who had no talent whatsoever. When Trish Stratus came out, she was a manager, and then she started wrestling. That chick had no talent whatsoever. She was horrible in the ring.
Yeah.
But what did she do? She worked in her craft. She worked, she busted her ass, and to the point, years later, she looked like she was doing that for years. Because she looked like a professional. She wrestled like a professional. But there's some people like Thunder Rosa, who's been wrestling for 6 years, and she's already in her mid-30s, and she started late, and look where she's at now.
Yep.
Compared to someone like Trish Stratus, who started, and she didn't have that talent. She had to work for that. So pretty soon we're gonna see what Camille's made of. If she's gonna be Thunder Rosa-ish, or she's gonna be Trish Stratus, and she has to work on it, and she's gonna get better, or she's gonna stay like Maria Kanellis Bennett. It doesn't matter how much she tries, it's still not gonna get any better than what she gives you now in the ring. You know, unfortunately, I couldn't find anybody else that for her. It just came out in my mind. But you know, even when she has a husband wrestler, and it still doesn't matter. So I mean, time will tell, man. I'm glad that NWA never folded. I thank you, Billy Corgan, even though you don't like him that much, because they's from Impact Wrestler. Even though I still think that DC Carter stabbed him in the back. But, you know, that's a different story for a different time. I thank you, Billy Corgan, for not folding the NWA and sticking out with the whole year. And now, hopefully, you know, all Americans, people who want to get that COVID shot, I got mine. I'm fine. I didn't have no issues. I'm good. I'm 40 pounds less. I feel light. I feel good. You know, so, you know, but, you know, hopefully by June, July, the world is open because half of America or 2/3 of the United States will be vaccinated if they want to, and we can keep going with our lives, and we'll know and we'll be able to go out back to the shows again like we were doing and watching wrestling, man. Because I need me a show, bro. It's been over a year, and I'm like this. I'm like I need decaf, and I don't even drink coffee.
You know what? Before I get out of here, I'm gonna leave it with this, and I'm gonna say, no, I do not like Billy Corgan. Not a secret. But I'd be the biggest asshole in the world, and I've never been this way, if I said I want a wrestling company to close its doors. Especially something like NWA with all the prestige. Listen, if there is no NWA, where does the Chris Adonises, where does the Brams, where does the Nick Aldis get to wrestle? Because obviously if they've been free agents, they have not went to AEW, they have not went to Impact like we've seen James Storm go over. We've seen Kingston go over. We've seen guys move. This is their home. Every wrestler deserves a place to do their thing, especially when they put the time in. So I salute Billy Corgan. Don't have to like you, but I support everything he does because he's putting money in people's pockets and he's giving us a great product. So on top of that, he gets my respect. Salute to Billy Corgan, even though I do not like you.
And keeping up on that, just because we sit here and we joke around and there's wrestlers that we do not like, we respect them because they're doing what they love to do.
Absolutely.
I cannot take away from anybody doing what they want to do. I respect every single wrestler, every single manager, referee, owner, whatever you do in the wrestling business. I respect you because you're doing something that you want to do. Now, I don't have to like you. That's my prerogative.
That's the part where people get these things mixed up. Like if I call somebody a scrub, it's just because I don't like them. But you know what? That doesn't mean they're not a great person. That doesn't mean they haven't put in the years and they deserve this, because they do deserve it. They put the time in. Somebody seen something they like in them. They took a shot. You know what I mean?
And because I say I don't like them as a wrestler.
Exactly.
They sure.
Exactly.
I don't like Moose as a wrestler. I don't know Moose, the human being outside of wrestling with his wife and his kid. I don't know him. I respect him. He works for a living to take care of his family. I love I forgot his name too. I know his name. I just forgot it now. I love what he does. You know, the real person outside of the ring. I don't like moves in the ring. That's me. That is his job for us to like him or hate him.
That's the part that's the part people forget. Is some fans are supposed to like you, and some fans are not supposed to like you. And that's the creative.
Hate them, they're doing their job.
Listen, last thing. I've been saying last thing for a while.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with James Storm, and I said, "Yo, Storm, man, I can't believe
no name dropping, bro. What's wrong with you?
No. This is a regular conversation. I can say this.
Yeah, still, you can't be name dropping because then people are going to hate you for that.
Oh, I don't care.
You guys know people.
That's true. So I was talking to a certain cowboy in another company, and I said, "Yo, Storm, man, I can't believe half this fucking crowd boos you the way they do. And this is when he was doing the Revolution thing. And he was like, I'm going to tell you now, Chef. And we were outside of the impact zone. He said, I'm going to tell you now. I don't give a shit if that crowd boos me or cheers me. The only thing I care about that will actually bother me if I don't hear a reaction. And I was like, yeah, but you're like the greatest. He goes, my job is to be hated. My job is to be loved. As long as you do one, I'm doing my job. If you're not, then I'm failing you. And I was like, damn, because I was thinking as a fan, like, how could you boo, Mr. TNA? And when he was talking to me about it, I was like, oh, this is what's up. I'm not, you know what? No more on that. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, Evil Once, Evil Orbit, the rest of the team, www.urbanwrestlingnetwork.com. And in the links, you can find all of our merch. We got some of the hottest merch in the game. And what did I miss? Oh
no, to the left. To the left of the store.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have to put a link right here somewhere and make one in a minute. 10 pounds of podcast from me and the big homie. We're out of here.